Well, thank you all very much for taking the time. We really appreciate the Precious Metals Investment Symposium having us this year. This is the first opportunity we've had to support this conference, and we're incredibly grateful for Kerry to give us the opportunity. I mean, I think we're very much the insurance guys, so we've got the 5:20 slot, so we try and make this as interesting as we possibly can. I think from listening to all of the presentations during the course of the day, what kind of really resonates with me is, the changes that take place in your industry and, how the insurance needs to be the backstop and continue to support that. None more so than the crypto environment. So as you guys evolve, naturally the insurance market and the insurance products need to evolve with you. So, if you think about insurance being the backstop, we just thought it'd be good to put together a pictorial of, the risks that kind of associated, and hopefully through this you'll see some of the risks and how you profile within that. So I'll just touch on that here. So, very much the job at Jardine Lloyd Thompson is to support the industry throughout the chain. So, whether it be a mine site, a gold room, a refiner, a transport company, a financial institution trading metals, a bullion dealer, whether or not you've got international shipments, whether or not you're dealing with the governments and confiscation, whether or not you're a mint, or perhaps you've got your safety deposit box, your goods insured in a safety deposit box, or perhaps in your home. All of those items can be very much insured by JLT, and we're delighted to be able to do that. This market is very much supported by Lloyd's of London, very much a unique market, a unique market environment, but something that's evolved and really engaged in terms of listening and understanding how your business and your industry evolves. So just running through the kind of other elements of the business. Certainly from a jewellery standpoint, a jewellery manufacturer, that again is something that we insure, something that we're dedicated to insure. And then, of course, the jewellery store, so it's something that you're probably all familiar with. And then finally, and probably surprisingly, we can also insure the wedding, but what we can't guarantee is a good marriage. So when you kind of look at this chain, it's really important to understand where your risks start and they transfer, but that can sometimes be quite difficult, and particularly when you're dealing with counterparty risk and third parties, trying to understand where you've got liability and where they've got liability can be challenging. So we hope within this just to try and compartmentalise some of those risks. So whether or not it be cyber attack, employee infidelity, professional indemnity, natural disasters, all of those risks, when you kind of look at that on the slide, it can be quite hard to get your arms around and get a good understanding of what those risks mean to your business. But trying to create a plan is so important when it comes to risk mitigation and insurance. So hopefully to help support that, we've tried to categorise these into 3 risks. And if you think about that prior slide, whether or not it be a crime risk, a natural peril, or potentially a business risk, you've got 3 components, and by compartmentalising that can really assist in providing a plan. And maybe if I just touch on 1 or 2 of these. You look at employee infidelity. So if you think about valuable assets, so we insure anything from diamonds to precious metals to cash. 70% of losses occur due to a employee infidelity. So when it comes to you employing your people, the people you trust, you support, the due diligence around that and that continued understanding is incredibly important when it comes to assessing that risk. Likewise, something that no one ever wants to talk about is kidnap and ransom, but it absolutely does happen, and it hasn't taken place in Australia to any great extent, but certainly across Europe and Latin America it's prominent, and it's a risk that should be really considered when you're putting together any type of precious metals program. So, having that plan really to support those risks is important. And then probably a couple of the more sort of simple, straightforward, naturally fire, flood, and really the consequence of that, of business interruption alike, is important to consider when putting together that plan. So I think ultimately when you consider all of those risks, you put them together, you compartmentalise them. Assessing them is always going to be different for each business, but that's certainly something within JLT that we can help and support you with. And then I think, importantly, when it comes to an insurance purchase, and this is so often the case, don't purchase insurance for the sake of having a product. Make sure that insurance protects your risks, and programs can be adapted in order to support and protect those particular risks that you have, as opposed to something that's off the shelf. And we'll very often see that across all of the industries that we support. The insurers are very quick to sell you a product. It's our job as brokers to make sure we insure your risks. So just kind of finalising and bringing this together. So creating a robust plan will better help protect your business. If you think of it in the aspect of crime risks, natural perils, and political and business risks, it just helps you get your arms around those kind of elements for your particular business. So just a real final plug for JLT. So very much a global business. We very much support the precious metals industry. It's something that we've done. I personally have been involved in this industry for over 20 years, support various conferences around the world. Our job is very much to help you drive and support your risks and make sure that we can transfer those risks adequately for your business. When we talked at the beginning around the cryptocurrency, that's something that we are working to evolve and educate the insurance community so they can protect against those risks. We are very much we're a business of across 40 countries, 10,000 employees. But I think, very much focused in this precious metals unique sector, which we thoroughly enjoy, and we continue to be educated and listen and understand your business so we can support that. So, as I say, I'm Barry Vickery. We're very, very pleased to be here. We have got a Gold Rush competition on, so I don't know if you haven't signed up for that, please do. There's the opportunity to win $150,000. We'd like to have a winner in this conference. So thank you very much.